Let's begin with the standard disclaimer: the government of Alberta does not pay into equalization, nor does it transfer income to other provincial governments. What is true is that Alberta, even in its present straits, is one of the few provinces that does not receive equalization payments. It is also true that Albertans, even at present, have incomes that are well above the national average, and as such bear a disproportionate share, as federal taxpayers, of the costs of the program. Last, it is true that some of the recipient provinces, the beneficiaries of Albertans, though not Alberta's largest, while no doubt grateful for the golden eggs that land on their doorsteps each year, seem peculiarly indifferent to the fortunes of the goose that laid them, notably with regard to the pipelines Alberta needs to bring its oil and gas, source of all that redistributed wealth, to foreign markets. So when Alberta Conservative leader Jason Kenney demands changes to the program, he is drawing on a genuine, even justified, though sometimes misplaced sense of grievance in the province. Kenney claims such an adjustment would massively reduce Alberta's contribution to equalization. This is simply untrue, and not only because Alberta, as such, does not contribute to equalization. Whether non-renewable resource revenues are or are not included in the equalization formula will affect how much recipient provinces are paid out of it. Equalization is not funded by some special, earmarked levy, like unemployment insurance, but from general revenues. Okay, but what about the idea of a referendum demanding changes to equalization? Is that as nutty as it sounds? How can a province expect to alter the terms of a federal program, simply by holding a vote on it? Is there any solid foundation to Kenney's proposal? More than you'd think, and more than there should be. The idea, first propounded earlier this year by political science professor and former Alberta cabinet minister Ted Morton, takes its inspiration from a 1998 ruling by the Supreme Court with regard to Quebec's claimed right to secede unilaterally, the famous secession reference. But the ruling also imposed a reciprocal obligation on the rest of Canada, the same clear majority on a clear question that the court ruled would be required for Quebec to demand negotiations would entail a duty to negotiate on the part of their partners. Again, most people think this applies only to the particular issue of Quebec and secession.